The recruitment system gives a lot more depth to the game and the world that you're adventuring in. So what happens when you recruit them is that they are bonuses for your ship. So almost everybody in the world can be recruited for your ship. So you say you get your Eagle, Icaros, and you scout the area, and then when you mouse over them, you see, oh, that guy has plus 50 in flaming arrows or whatever, right? And that's a great bonus for your ship. So you can try to sneak down and knock him out, and then recruit him for your ship. So it adds value and bonuses to your ship that's into your naval progression. Some quest givers, not all quest givers, are recruitable at the end of the quest, depending on sometimes on how you've interacted with them. So you can expect to see some characters like that. Those lieutenants, we call them lieutenants. There's 4 slots available on your ship. They're interchangeable, so you can build up a roster if you want, and interchange them and try some different combinations for naval purposes. You're also able to call them as a distracting mob when you're trying to stealth around. So you can point to a certain character and say, all right, go distract him, and then one of your guys is going to come in and beat him up. But those are guys that you have recruited, you've selected in the game, and since we have pretty much limitless NPC combinations, your crew will look different than mine and will have different names and different bonuses on them. The changes to Naval are to make it a little bit more exciting, a little bit more fast than typically we've seen. We do not want it to be the total simulation either, so we want to have fun with it. So from an action point of view, we are delivering on the fantasy of having a trireme and just ramming and cleaving in half other ships, shooting arrows, flaming arrows, javelins. It's much more of a close quarter fight than typically than for say a black flag, and then you can damage other ships. And when they're damaged, you can board them with some of your lieutenants that you've recruited. So it has a little bit more of a faster paced dynamic. It's meant for shorter play sessions in Naval. So it's not like a Naval game, it is a Naval component in our game. But if you want to just spend a lot of time in the progression and build up your boat, upgrade your crew, upgrade your weapons and everything, you can do that. And there's a lot of levers and resources dedicated to that. And on the other side, if you want a much more personal cosmetic look to it, you can change the sail, change the front of the boat. It's up to you to say that's something that you really want to dive into, and you can do so. Each lieutenant can have advantages. So sometimes it's more armor for your ship, sometimes it's more firepower, and sometimes it's a better chance of cleaving. Or cleaving happens when you hit a ship dead on in the middle of the ship and ram them full speed. If you hit a weak point as well that you can create by shooting javelins and arrows, you will cut that ship in half, and everybody that's on it just sinks to the water, and then the sharks come. So by adding, like a couple of lieutenants that have cleaving bonuses, then you become, the knife of the ocean and cut everything in half. So at the heart, when we build it, we really wanted to deliver on that fantasy of trireme fighting, in Greek wars. And the other one we were inspired by was the Odyssey. And then just sailing in the ocean and just discovering new places, new mysteries on some islands. So it's a little bit of a blend of both in there.